So we just closed on another $1 million flip, but we have a major issue.
Our construction manager, Travis, just called us and has no idea how to design this house. So he called us in. Let's go see if we can figure it out.
Let's do it.
Before we go in and figure this thing out, if you're new to the channel, welcome here. We're the Boeckle Brothers. I'm Jesse.
And I'm Landon.
And we flip lots and lots of homes here in Las Vegas. We've actually flipped over 300 in the last few years. And this is exactly what we do. We figure out how to design homes, flip homes, and invest in real estate. So stick around if you want to learn.
Let's go inside. Okay, so like we said, we actually just closed on this property. We haven't even seen it yet. We own it. We paid $850,000 for it. And apparently this floor plan sucks. Check this out. So if you remember, this is kind of looking like Pine Hollow, a property that we did where we walked in, It was closed off.
Lots of walls.
There was a maze of walls throughout the house.
The problem that I'm having is looking at all the listing photos doesn't do this justice. It looks way more open, way wider than it did in the photos versus when you're here right now. So you walk in the door and you're faced with all kinds of stupid walls.
Once again, kind of a big no-no. Jesse and I bought this sight unseen. We haven't seen this yet. You know, our project manager came through and called us immediately and was like, guys, what did you buy? I have no idea how to design this house. So we're here to try to save the day.
Yeah. Now keep in mind, all this can be done, but we're trying to do it within a budget.
Right.
And our budget here is for the inside of the house, around 90 grand, 95 grand.
Yeah, we put 100 grand on it. We want to try to stay underneath that. That's like the highest end, doing everything we want to do for it. We paid $850, we put 100 into it. We sell it at 115. We'll tell you how much profit we make at the end of the video if that happens.
Okay, so let's move into the first and biggest problem in this house. You walk through the door, you don't get to see through to the house, through to the big living room, which is actually really nice. Instead, you see all these columns and walls in what looks like maybe a dining room.
Is it an office or is it a dining room? I have no idea.
I mean, that makes me feel like it's an office.
Yeah.
But where it's situated and how kind of formal it feels, kind of feels like a dining room.
Pretty weird, odd angles. I mean, do you put a round dining room table? I mean,
it's really weird.
We like the long linear rectangle tables, at least when we're staging properties and putting lighting in for it.
Which way do you even run that?
I have no idea. Like, this feels like it also is like a nice formal, like, middle of the house office too, but
could be.
There's a small office at the front of the house that we'll take a look at here in a few minutes.
The problem that I'm seeing is, it may not be a problem, but this could all be load bearing. It could all be not load bearing.
Yeah, right. We got a lot of columns in here that trusses could be sitting on.
Yeah.
How much of it can we take out? I don't know. Also, taking all of this out, there's lighting in each opening, so that means there's a lot of electrical running through the walls in here. Not cheap to take something like this out, but definitely necessary.
The best thing we can do is make 2-3 options. Okay, if we can take it out, what is this room? What does it look like? How much is that? If we can't and we have to leave some of these, what's the next best thing we can do?
I think the next best thing we can do, square everything off. We always like to take round arches or round walls out of the properties. They're very old school.
This house has a lot of them.
So squaring everything off would definitely modernize it. And then also maybe taking these pony walls down to the ground so that at least the flooring space will feel a lot larger.
Yeah, at least you can walk through all this stuff now.
But that's the first thing we see. So kind of weird, definitely something to figure out. I could understand why Travis was having a hard time with designing this entryway here.
Yeah.
You know, the square footage on this property is 3,500 square feet and it's all one story. So as you can see, this flooring down here, a lot of tile floor as well. And then you got this awkward, completely different manufactured wood throughout the house as well.
That's in like a few bedrooms and then just these rooms, and you got weird lines chopping up the house. So we'd want to run one single flooring through, which also always makes it feel bigger.
Yeah, we usually like to take all the floors out, but this property is so flat and so level that we think it's going to be just fine and appropriate to lay the VCT planks right over the flooring throughout the entire house. Saves us maybe $10,000 on demolishing this tile, and a couple weeks of work as well.
And you know what? We always get a lot of hate for putting flooring on flooring, but we've checked with a dozen contractors, and that's perfectly acceptable. We can do it.
Right, it's legal, it's not against code.
No, we're not putting 7 layers of flooring, we're putting one on top of one more. That's it.
So, kind of weird. Big living room area though, which is nice.
Yeah, again, really big curved wall, and this is an exterior wall, so this is not gonna change at all. But
yeah, I can't do anything with that, but it's a big room, as you can see. Lots of space here to put a lot of nice large furniture in. This fireplace, what we're gonna do here, probably just looking at this wall, we take out these old box style gas fireplaces. Where Jesse's at, we'll probably frame that in and then put a big linear floor to soffit fireplace in here, maybe an 80-inch linear LED, tile it up with a really custom tile, and then put a big TV on that wall too.
Yep, big feature area.
That's gonna look great walking around that corner and seeing that.
And you can kind of see it from the kitchen too.
Yeah, this is weird.
Yeah, it's just a divider from here to the kitchen, very old thing.
There's no cabinets on it. It's literally just a pony wall here. So this coming out opens the kitchen up to the living room a lot better.
And what we like to do when we design kitchens, and you've seen this, is we like to build seating inside the kitchen instead of having this, what we would call like a wasted area for a breakfast table. So you find this in a lot of older homes. You have a smaller table here that you can eat at, and then you have a dining room somewhere else. But you can make the kitchen so much bigger and more custom if you just do away with this.
Yeah.
Maybe make the island bigger so you could put seating in the island. You still have your dining room, but then you have a much bigger, more custom kitchen.
Agreed. I think the kitchen nook style tables are kind of old school.
Yeah.
You know, that's definitely
like grandma's house type of thing.
Right. It's not our style. We have the range in the middle of the island, which I don't like because you have to have the, what do you got? You got it there? It's kind of this old school ventilated thing that's got to pop up, and it's really loud and annoying.
These things rarely work.
This one doesn't even work apparently. So what we're gonna do is take the range out of the island. We don't really need this double oven here either. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a 36-inch range right here. Take the gas, trench it underneath the flooring, put a 36-inch range here with a nice hood vent box going to the ceiling.
Yeah.
That's gonna look a lot more custom.
Especially on that 45 wall, because it's like framed for that. And just looking at the appliances now, if that's gas, we could probably just cap this.
Bring this over.
And just use the line that's in the wall.
Possibly.
Because these are probably on the same line anyway.
Right.
But then that might be a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, only thing is if we put a 36-inch range, let's just say in this big space here, is it too close to this fridge?
Well, I mean, think about pulling down a 36 oven door and this at the same time, and then you're almost backing into this right now.
Yeah.
So if anything, this has got to go a foot or two that way. That wall's gone.
That wall's gone.
Stretch it out as far as we can.
Yeah.
It looks like there's the same space over there as there is over here. So even if we move the fridge over there, it's probably gonna make the same problem.
Yeah. I really do like the look of, you know, going into design mind, having nice big stainless fridge along the island. I just think that's such a nicer look than tucking it in the corner.
Yeah.
So it would look better there than there, but functionality wise, we gotta do what we gotta do. I don't think there's right or wrong either way, but I think getting this over here, having more countertop because we get rid of the double oven.
Yeah.
And then having a nice custom hood above it, I think that's gonna look
the perfect wall for it.
Yeah. This I think we could keep like for like. I don't see any major changes there other than undermount sink here, maybe even a farm style sink on this side.
That'd be really nice.
Good.
Yeah.
It's got a nice big window, nice big walk-in pantry.
Right.
This island is what we got to figure out. So
this can be way longer. If you move it down, which you really should, you have plenty of room to do it. How wide do you think we can make it?
I don't know. What do you think we should do? Do you think we should just have one long line that water falls down, or do you think we should like step it down and over? Or
I mean, that would create the like use of a table type of thing.
That'd be pretty cool.
Regardless, I like having storage in it.
Yeah.
Adding some storage to the kitchen.
This is too thin here. I think we could widen this up almost by double. Like we could have this 4 feet wide, easy.
Cabinets down both sides, lots of storage, and then you stop the cabinets. and have the overhang with nothing under it.
Yeah.
So you can do two-sided seating.
Yeah, that looked really good. We actually just did one like that.
Yeah.
At our $2.2 million luxury flip. We'll show you a photo of that right now.
So if we do that, regardless of if we drop it down or not, it's still a table. You can still eat at it.
Right.
I think it's actually better to just have it one height.
But basically the point is so we'll have nice quartz countertop there. This, we can make a custom slab, and it's gonna be almost a showpiece of this kitchen.
For sure.
So we have a 4-foot wide, maybe 10-foot long island.
With this gone, you could bring it really far.
Right, 10, 12 feet long with seating on both sides. So you have your breakfast bar seating here, and then we have really cool custom pendants centered along the entire island. That's gonna make this kitchen kind of a showstopper for this style house.
Because you turn the corner right now, it's a really nice view. Looking at the edge of the counter, seeing the range back there. I mean, this wouldn't be a bad area to do like a whole fridge setup either. Because your kitchen's now all the way down here.
Built-in fridge.
If that's so open and nice countertop for your, putting stuff down around your oven.
But we've gotten so much flack from Pine Hollow when we made that huge gap between the areas. Having your fridge. Having your fridge here, but your range and microwave and everything over here. Is that too far, you guys? But like, what do you think? Is that misplaced if the fridge was here, but all the rest of the kitchen was on that side? I'd like to get opinions on that.
It could be, yeah. I mean, for me, I don't think it's that bad, like opening it up. If you put it on one side, put cabinets on the other side, and then my microwave would be right here.
Yeah.
Especially because I have this whole thing behind me too.
Yeah. It's not bad. If we could keep it, if not this setup here, instead of having like this kitchen desk setup, kitchen office setup, we could make this like a really nice wet bar too, or dry bar setup where we put cool wine fridge underneath, beautiful cabinetry, quartz tops, backsplash this entire wall, and
shelves
instead of uppers here, we put custom wood shelves across it.
Yeah.
That would look really nice in this kitchen.
Great. And we do have a bar over there too, so kind of similar thing.
Yeah, let's go check that out.
As you can tell, we spent a lot of time in the kitchen because designing kitchens and designing homes is not the easiest thing to do. If you're designing a kitchen right now, you can actually get a lot of good information from the Boeckle Brothers Academy because we have an entire section just on designing flips. If you want to sign yourself up, the link is down below. Join now and you can get so much good information on designing your own homes.
So although there's some weird areas of the house, I think the kitchen we came up with a really cool design for, and the living area. We got this wet bar in the living area as well. Usually we pull these out because they're just expensive to put back together.
I know.
But I think this one actually makes sense to just leave like for like, put new cabinetry in, new quartz countertops in, and maybe just a really nice shelf across it and call it a day.
It's not in the way.
No.
I actually love where it is, so
Me too.
Let's just redo it.
All right, so kitchen, living room setup, we're done designing. Next biggest area of the house is the master bedroom and bathroom. Let's go in there.
So walking in, I'm already seeing some pretty dated elements to the master, which is, just of this style home. This corner 45 fireplace.
I hate those.
There's 3 of them in the house. And
hate them so much.
All built super, super weird. They're decorated really weird. And I just don't like shoving it off into the corner. So if we could, which we most likely can, just get rid of this whole thing and do a more centered type of feature wall with the TV.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big room. It's actually a really nice master bedroom, a lot of space in it. So not doing something on this back wall facing the bedroom wall, so TV, fireplace here, I think would be a shame to just keep over there. It just doesn't make any sense.
You already have a little return for it, so you build right into that. This definitely comes right into a 45 and you just get rid of this. And now
that should be all hollow behind that.
Yeah, you have a blank corner and you can do a flat wall.
So what we would do is come out about 10 to 12 inches off this wall from here to the soffit, floor to ceiling. I think we'll probably either shiplap this or tile it. We like tile first, but once again, you gotta stay within budget. So remember, there's always wonderful alternatives to achieve the same appeal and the same feature, but possibly lower your budget. Tile is going to be more expensive than shiplap. We like tile more, but to shiplap this wall with a fireplace and a TV on it, it still is going to be beautiful.
Yeah, and there are even options sometimes to just redo it with drywall.
Yep.
Paint it an accent color and not break the bank that way.
Yeah.
But honestly, shiplap's probably the easiest, cheapest way to go.
So coming into the master bath. So this is super old school, multi-paneled, round glass, round pony wall. Obviously old white subway tile inside of it. This shower needs a huge makeover, dude.
But you know, I love where it is. I love walking
too.
into the bathroom and seeing like a nice, cool custom shower in the center.
Yeah.
That you can go around, lots of glass. I like where it is.
Yeah, I'm thinking we take this pony wall, square this pony wall off, keep the bench there, and then we could do pony wall to soffit glass.
Square this too.
Square that off up top as well, and then do a nice glass door here. I think that would make a really nice shower.
The only thing that is like, this is screaming to me is when you walk in, nice clean glass, you see through to the tile and whatever you do. This is screaming like dual entryway. You know, like nice and
two doors.
Left open, no door, just left open. And you walk in his and her sides because you got his and her sides.
Dude, I hate open though. It's cold. No one wants to walk into a shower with so much open air to it where you're cold the entire time you're taking a shower though.
You think it'd be too cold if this was all sealed in and then you just have the opening on the sides? You get a chilly bum?
That's not what I like. You get a cold bum. No one likes a cold bum.
I don't know. I take outdoor showers. That's what I like. So obviously we can't figure out what we're gonna do with this shower, whether we're gonna leave it open or we're gonna actually put doors on it. I think the overall thing we agree on is that it's staying where it is. It's getting nice and square, new glass.
It's nice where it's at. You know, we got to stay within budget, of course. Doors are expensive, but I think they're so much more custom. What do you guys think? Do you prefer doors on a shower, or would you be okay if it had two open entrances to it,
yeah,
which brings a little bit more air into it?
So do this. Drop a comment below whether we should keep it open, walk through, or close it with doors. We'll do it. You know we will.
Either way, it's going to be custom. So vanity-wise, you got, looks like his vanity on this side, her vanity on that side.
Yeah.
We have two old school painted cabinet vanity closets there.
Rhinestone hardware.
Rhinestone hardware. This all has to go, of course.
Yeah.
I'm thinking what would be nice is on this side, maybe we take these closets out and do free hanging shelf, just nice custom free hanging wood shelves in here to stack towels on and decorate a little bit.
That'd be great when you just walk through the open shower and then you just grab a towel like that.
We're not doing an open shower.
Overall though, I think that we don't need two of them.
No.
So there's also plenty of storage in here with a big space for a vanity. This has also got to definitely come out because this takes up so much space.
Yeah, these old school step style tubs, you know, this is probably, I mean, this is at least 5 feet of space in the bathroom.
Yeah, the deck takes up so much room.
It's huge. If we just did this shape, freestanding tub, this whole bathroom's gonna feel way bigger.
Yeah.
Also, these soffits in here, one way to make the room feel a lot bigger is height. We have tall ceilings, but then they put these soffits in here, which makes the room feel so much smaller and so much lower in terms of ceiling height. So we'd have to cut these out all the way to the ceiling and just put new lights in this bathroom.
It also gives you no space to put like a large mirror or a vanity light.
No.
You have to use the can. And
they had to turn this one sideways.
Yeah, because you can't even fit it in there. So if we did that, maybe we can make like a small makeup counter right there.
Okay.
Take the soffit out.
But we lose a vanity.
If we lose that, maybe we move it over here. Because if we did take this out, you know, we could have here all the way to that side of the wall, all vanity.
So take this closet out, because we don't need two. Make this, take the makeup counter out, move it over there.
And then double sinks here.
And then this whole thing is one long dual vanity.
And take this out right here.
Take the soffit out, feels very big. We could put high, tall mirrors in here.
The only thing I don't love how tight this is a little bit.
No.
But I guess with open counter instead of having uppers up here, it feel a little bit better.
It might feel bigger.
Yeah.
It is a little tight there though. That's why they did that.
Yeah, they cut it here, so you're not standing right here.
Right.
I think it's okay. I don't think it's that bad though, especially if you get rid of all this stuff.
I don't think so either. It's weird. We have two entries to the closet.
Yeah.
It's a big closet.
And even though it's all dated cabinetry, it's not destroyed.
No.
It's got some nice pieces to it.
It's got wood backing on that.
The hardware's a little gaudy, so easy to just change hardware.
Yeah, the carpet's horrid though. Look at how bad this carpet is. So basically we could take the VCT, run the VCT throughout the entire house into the closet. So now you have nice white cabinetry on top of the wood look VCT tile. That's gonna be a nice combo. The backing, the actual drywall of the house will be a nice light gray, so then the white will pop against that. I have no reason to pull this closet out.
I mean,
this is an expensive build out.
10, 12,000 for us. So that's a great savings right there.
We could change these to nice small black hardware handles throughout the entire closet, and I think it's gonna look and feel pretty new.
Yeah. Ooh, sandalwood.
Ooh.
So now that we're out in the backyard.
Dude, we got this like old, this is terrible. This is like glue down turf on top of a bunch
It's so bad, it's like fake turf.
on top of a bunch of concrete.
It's fake grass.
We can't even keep it because as you can see, it just pulls right up immediately. So.
And what they did to install this was pour the entire backyard full of concrete. So you have like no soft space out here.
This is like the worst landscape design I think I've ever seen on a high-end property. Like, who did this is what I want to know.
And we have a very thin yard right up against the wall with no view.
Yeah.
So we got to make this usable. This has got to become something.
I mean, to pull this amount of concrete out is not a cheap nor easy job, but it's got to go.
All of it? Or maybe we could fit sections of it?
The problem is we can't refinish it because you got glue down turf on top of it, right?
They'd have to grind it and like do a bunch of work to it.
But let's look at the yard entirely. So you got a nice long covered patio, which is great.
You have a beautiful lemon tree.
Beautiful lemon tree. Unfortunately, I think it's got to come out, dude.
Damn, that is such a shame. That is such a nice lemon tree.
We really have only one area in this entire yard to truly build an entertainment area. So I think what would be best is to pull all the concrete out, do a nice paver deck on this side, and then maybe do like a large 6-foot linear fire pit over here. So that you could have a nice patio seating area around a fire pit.
Yeah.
And then maybe the entire length of the patio outside of the columns. We could put
all this
new turf on that's actually level, real turf without concrete underneath it.
Yeah.
So that you have a big green turf patch in the backyard, and then against the wall we could replant new plants so it's a little bit more cohesive.
Yeah, I mean, these also take up a lot of room.
They do.
So if we put plants back in the 2-foot allotted space against the wall, we'd probably gain 2 feet.
Gain a lot of room, yeah.
Yeah. But then all this would be green, right?
Yep.
So you'd look out the whole back of the house, all the windows, you'd have green all the way down here, and then maybe keep concrete here because that's your master.
Maybe keep the concrete pad off the master and try to refinish it. It's not a big area to have to grind down and restain or something.
It's all unlevel though.
But it's, it goes like this. It may be hard to see on camera, but it comes in like this. So this got to hold water like
they put a drain right here, that's why.
Yeah.
So they wanted it to slope so it goes in there and goes out.
This is at least a $10,000 backyard at least, and it's not even a big yard. So we got to see if we can make this thing work. We got to see if we can keep this within budget. At the end of the day, we own the damn thing already, so we have no choice but to do it.
And I really think the major problems that Travis was having with the dining room and those walls, we just come up with option A and option B.
Yeah.
Once they open up the wall to figure out if it's structural or not, we just run with one or the other.
I could see why he had a hard time initially walking in and thinking through the design of it. I think that we have really good ideas to make this a super nice property. We promised you numbers, so here they are. We bought this house at $850,000. We plan on putting hopefully 100 grand into it.
I see more than that.
And we're gonna resell this thing at 1.15. With that being said, we should make about $150,000 on this deal.
So when we got the call from Travis, we thought we bought a lemon.
But we're gonna make a lemonade out of this thing.
If you guys found this video helpful, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel, show us some love.
If you have any questions on the design process and how we come up with our designs on all of our flips, drop a comment below. We're always happy to help.
Till then.
We'll see you on the flip side.